juice. Holy, what a bodybuilder. Now double by.
Oh, you don't see it. Ow, I'm cramping. My lat is cramping.
Subscribe. Boom.
3, 2, 1.
E2 performance.
Today, we will be talking about a little brainchild.
Mm-hmm.
It actually came from me speaking with my dad, and it talks about, we're going to explore this subject. Again,
Sure.
This is not about an intro, body, conclusion, this is the answer, this is the way.
Mm-hmm.
This is more of our opinion, and we're exploring this
We
subject.
are the answer. We are the way.
We're exploring.
Oh, we're exploring.
We're
Okay.
exploring this subject, this little brainchild. I was talking to my dad, and he said this. We were talking about comparing against other people, like him versus me working out in the gym.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, well, it can't really compare because, like, your 8 is my 3.
Mm-hmm.
Or, like, in my situation, my 8 is, you know what I mean? So your 8 is my 3. We're talking about, like, effort level being, this is applied to strength, perception of pain, perception of effort, skill, application to nutrition and discipline of habits. Being, if you're already a very disciplined person who's disciplined in a lot of aspects of life and you have a lot of your quote unquote shit together, adding in one more piece, probably not that
easier.
hard.
Yeah.
Whereas
easier.
if you're coming from a darker place and you're
Chaos
trying to,
and,
if you come from like a family of chaos or a situation of chaos and things are hectic and chaotic and maybe life just put a boot to your face and you're in a down and out place and you're trying to stand up again, the effort might be a little bit harder to add in something positive into your life.
For example, you know what? I'm going to start eating good. But like, all your kitchenware is not in order yet or whatever, right? Or you don't even know. Information wise, you don't even know.
Me and you are in a relationship and you eat Ben & Jerry's and garbage all night and I'm trying to eat clean.
What are you trying to say?
I'm saying that if we were in a relationship, you would be the bad influence. No, you know what I mean though? So like if you have a spouse who isn't coming from a place who wants to better themselves, not on the same page, it's going to be harder than if you were potentially solo or surrounded by a great valuable support system. So your 8 is my 3, pain tolerance. Your pain tolerance for grunty work is going to be way better than mine. You do grunt work way more than me.
I practice it.
You practice it. So if you do like an hour of step ups, you're gonna
which I've done.
You're gonna mentally be able to handle that workout better than me. And that might be an 8 on my pain tolerance scale, where it might only be a 3 to you.
Maybe a little higher, but I get what you're saying.
Yes. So
just because I practice it. Right.
And then kind of just tapping on every point that we talk about, skill work, handstands for me. Your 8, when I have handstand canes, my new little toy in the gym, you've never been on them before, so that might be an 8.
That will be a 10.
That's a 10 for you because it's completely new. Whereas for me, it's more of a 3. You saw me jumping up there and doing handstand push-ups today.
3 out of 3. Well, yeah, 3 out of 4.
Pretty simple though. Like that's, for me, that's the success rate. I've watched the success rate be higher. So to me, that's a 3 to jump up there and just do a static handstand. That's a 3. Start changing my balance or push-ups harder. But your 8 is my 3.
Handstands alone.
In handstands. If it's skipping and you're doing triple unders as a skill work, I think you can do triple unders relatively as a 3. In the sense you can grab a skipping rope and do triple unders without practicing.
Yes.
You can just pop them out.
Yes.
If we make you do 1,000, you might die.
Yeah.
If we make you do...
But that's just capacity, not skill.
Yes. I can't even do 1 triple under. I would be like, it would be maximum effort for me.
Yeah.
So we've covered skill. We've covered habits and nutrition application, pain tolerance. Anything else?
Well, that's about it.
It's kind of all of them. So the idea of this conversation, though, is you wrote it on the whiteboard earlier. Like, what you practice, you get better at.
And then to accept that everyone will have their own unique strengths and weaknesses, depending on your surrounding, depending on the people you hang around with, depending on a lot of factors. Like, you will be better at some things more than others. And vice versa.
And comparing is such a weird thing, because even if we're comparing timelines, like, if there's a kid at the gym and he wants to do what I can do, he wants to handstand like me, and he wants to have my level of control of the things that I can do, and he's 23 and he's practicing at 23. I never practiced this shit at 23. So he's technically ahead of me.
Yep.
Even though I look like I'm ahead of him right now.
Yep.
Let him practice for 10 years. He's going to blow me out of the water. So what are we really comparing here?
Yeah. Actually, yeah, I had a member at the other location because I was doing, what was I doing? I was doing some bar muscle ups and like just, you know what, basic practice work, right? Probably looks beautiful. Yeah. Probably look really good, right? But I was doing practice work, then I was just doing skis. And you can see this guy who's just like looking at me. It's like, back and forth the ski and then the bar muscle ups, right? And it was like, how long did it take you to get to that level where you can do that? Blah, 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 blah. I said, I've been trying for like the last week or so. I can do pull-ups and I can do dips, right? Yeah. But I'm like, well, might not be a strength issue, might be a skill issue. And then, like, how long did it take? Everyone will be different. Some people will adapt more, you know, a little bit faster more than others, right? Depending on everything else that you've practiced before. Yeah. Attention to details. A lot of things can affect it on how fast you can get it. But he was like, well, yeah, I just kind of want to have a little bit of a timeline, you know. I'm like, and you clearly see that he's like I want this now, right? And he's like, man, he's looking at me, and you can see that, man, you are so much better than me, and this kid is young. Right?
Yeah, like, bro, if you start now, you're gonna blow me out of the water.
I'm like, yeah. I'm like, man, to be honest, it's taking me a long time. Yeah. It's taking me a long time. Might look good right now, but I might have like, and that's probably 2,000 reps more than you of like just attempts, maybe. Right? Maybe that's an exaggeration. I've attempted a few times and got it already, but.
Yeah. When I was young, like a child, playing at the playground, I used to do chin-ups and things for fun. Like, it was just playful. Like, and it was also a test of strength. I was like one of the kids on the playground who actually could do that stuff. Yep. So I leaned into it because I'm like, oh man, this is a strength of mine clearly. So I'm going to continue to do it. So if somebody's like, how long does it take me to get 10 pull-ups? Or how long did it take you to get 10 pull-ups? Who's to say? I've been doing it since I was a child for fun. Yep. When I was in martial arts, we were doing Shotokan karate. Like, we used to have push-up competitions in high school in gym class, like, you know, fitness test, where they actually used to test you. I don't know if they still test kids anymore. But if we did a fitness test in high school and I could bang out 80 push-ups, pretty good quality, because the gym teachers wouldn't let you get away with crap. If I could do 80 push-ups, which to me is even impressive right now, because I don't think I can do 80 push-ups right now. Not strict in a row. No. But back then, I used to practice it. In martial arts, I go to martial arts class 3 times a week. Push-ups was a staple. Yep. You did push-ups every class, and not a little bit. You did a lot of it, even if they were garbage reps after a while. But those garbage reps, they still add up. They do. Yeah. Whether it's like you're just doing the top end,
they do.
You're still working.
There's still contraction there.
Yeah, like, can we argue that high-quality reps are probably better? Absolutely.
Of course. Does it have to be perfect all the time?
Those garbage reps, they add up, bro.
Those curls before using my hips, bro. They added up.
You're also closer to the camera.
Oh, sorry.
No. So
they all added up.
Yeah, this concept of your 8 is my 3, it's not necessarily to say like, oh, I'm better than you. It's more of just like, why are you comparing? Like, it's rather than this comparing like in the negative mindset, it's great to have goals and ambitions and hopes and dreams to achieve something. But if you're comparing in a negative sense and you're reflecting on your situation and being like, oh, I'm not there yet, or it's taking me longer, there's so many variables that you can't even add up to.
I think there's another side to this this topic, though, almost looking at it from a different point of view, where people think, I feel like you see this a lot in the gym, where people think they're working so hard. But literally, they're... Like, they can do more. They can do a lot more. They're capable of a lot more. But like the perception, like, I don't know if it's pain tolerance or whatever it is, or just the level of discomfort that they already have. Although it doesn't look like it, because again, the reps will look the same. Let's say someone, you know, okay, let's deadlift. Let's say a 24 kilogram kettlebell. Almost everyone in your clientele can probably bang out 10, right? But I've seen someone who do it for 10. It's like, whoa, wow, that was heavy.
Yeah, so before you go on, perception of discomfort is a piece, perception of effort is a piece, and perception of pain tolerance. I think all of those looped in as one tidy bow that's kind of where people get it. As coaches when we do a deadlift with somebody. So that's perception of effort, or RPE, rate of perceived exertion. Somebody can do a deadlift and they're like, oh my God, that's really heavy. And it's like,
it flew up.
Yeah. So that bar levitated.
You gotta shrug that and like put that on your shoulder.
Yeah,
buddy.
that bar levitated.
Yeah.
The perception of discomfort that you have though is different. So it's not that it's heavy. Is it you haven't explored what heavy is yet? You haven't opened your spectrum to what the possibilities could be.
And I think that's why, not all the time, but once in a while, I think it is healthy, obviously, with if there's a trained professional like ourselves.
That's why we have jobs.
To have someone like, okay, can you just check my form? And then if they can actually feel the discomfort and then the grind, or almost close to like failure, like 90%, 95% effort. I think once someone feels that, I think they will have a better understanding of, okay, I guess everything else before that was a little bit easier.
Yeah, I had a client who was training with me in the studio. We'll call it a studio.
Sure.
Makes it sound nice.
Yeah.
I had a client train in the studio with me.
The main office, yes.
Yeah, recently, and he was saying like, man, you know what I've noticed coming to the gym more regularly? Coming to see you and going to the gym by myself, his primary goal over the last 60 days was to fall back in love with the gym.
Yeah.
And he's like, man, I didn't realize how much positive self-talk I get. Because everything I'm doing in the gym, I'm telling myself, man, you're stronger than you think you are. That's a seasoned gym person, though. Whereas somebody, when you have coach saying, no, Eljay, that wasn't light, bro. You can do more than that. Oh, I don't know. I can't. It's pretty heavy. If coach is telling you that, if you have a good coach that you trust and coach is telling you that, it's probably true. Because if I see a client who's like lifts something and it's heavy and it was heavy, I'll tell them, be like, that's where you're at. That's where it is.
I did that this morning.
Yeah.
Your boy Timmy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if that's where it is, great. Coach should tell you that, and then you can identify where you should go next. And with the right programming, the right effort and intention, it makes more sense to add those goals up. But if your perception is off, it's going to slow and hinder your progress. Like, for instance, I know if I put you on a squat program, we could probably increase your one rep max by 20 to 40 pounds in...
Sure. 6 weeks, 8 weeks.
I was going to say, 6 to 8 weeks. I've seen it happen multiple times with the right programming, the right percentage, the right effort.
But again, the right effort has to come into play.
Right effort,
right?
Yeah. And if you don't know where it's at yet, like, do you really know what the right effort is for the first year?
If you're training? Training age does matter a lot.
It takes a while, yeah.
So then, I don't know. There's a lot of people have, let's say, I've been training the last 2 years or 3 years, and then fall off the wagon and then come back. And then, but like the perception of effort is just not there. Some people just don't want to be in that. They don't want to be uncomfortable.
Yeah, some people don't want to be uncomfortable. Some people don't want to lean into the struggle. If you can lean into the struggle and lean into the uncomfortable, you're probably going to reap more benefits. Your mindset also towards going to the gym. I speak for everyone. No,
yes.
I speak for myself. I think I speak for you too. If a client comes in with a positive attitude and they're like, oh man, this is like the best part of my day, I love coming to the gym, that person always sees better results than the person who walks in dragging their ass. If you come to the gym and it's miserable and you don't want to be there and it sucks and you're a Debbie Downer about it, I guarantee you your results will not be as optimized as if your mindset was better. If you could learn to love it. My job as a coach, your job as a coach, we try to find ways to make it more engaging and playful so you actually enjoy it.
Yes.
I tell people that.
If you don't enjoy it, it's hard to do it over and over and over again.
Eljay, I'm going to sprinkle some gymnastics on you, see if you enjoy it. And then I'm going to sprinkle some weightlifting, then some bodybuilding, then some strength. We're going to see if we can find a style that you resonate with.
Yeah.
If you can resonate with a style of training and you enjoy it and you love it and it's fun, chances of your progress are going to be way higher than if you come in dragging your ass all the time.
True. Mindset.
Your 8 is my 3. I don't know. I just want to throw that in there. In what though?
What are we talking about? That's right.
In what?
Another thing, if there are any coaches that are listening to this, I think we can all do a better job. Again, we're the professionals. People will come to the gym or your studio, pay you good money, right? Spend good time with you. I think our job, or we can be better at it by setting the right intention, let's say for a workout even, right? Because there are times that, hey, I provided someone a program, you know what, 4 sets of 12 here, 4 sets of 12 here, and you know what, that's it.
Go through the motions.
But if that's someone new, like, well, oh yeah, okay, I did 4 sets of 12, right? So even adding, and I've done that a few times, that, hey, at rep 8, 9, or 10, you know, if you're new, like it should feel a little harder here. And if it's not, you know what, next set, just go up 5 pounds, 10 pounds or whatever. I think just a little bit more direction, or like specific instructions to make them more engaged. Because again, now they're trying to feel the reps. They're not just like going through, okay, 4 sets of 12. Bam, bam,
yeah.
bam, bam.
To that point, there's a lot more to being a great coach than what meets the eye.
Of course.
And people are like, oh, it's easy. No, there's a lot to it. Like even something as simple as that is like educating them what the rep should feel like. And what kind of stimulus are you chasing? Like what kind of tempo should you be doing? Where do you reap the most benefit on the lift? Like when should you cheat? When should you start cheating?
Yes.
Like I feel there's effective cheating. I've always told clients, like biceps, you already mentioned it. Like you do 8 reps of strict curls and you're burning out. Well, we know that you reap great strength benefits and hypertrophy, like muscle growth from the negative or the eccentric. So kick your hips up, get that bar up, and bring it down slow. For the last couple, like that's effective cheating. Strategies like that, breathing, like proper breathing makes a difference when you're bodybuilding.
Which part of the rep.
Depending when to
Eccentric.
breathe. And we're talking about like there's value to breathing if you're pumping biceps, and there's value to breathing and core bracing on a huge deadlift or a huge squat or 50 squats.
Or continuous.
The
Continuous burpees or
breathing,
whatever.
the breathing changes. It changes.
Absolutely.
And if you're not telling people that, they don't know.
A lot more that I want to talk about, but I think we can reserve that to a different podcast. I want to talk about programming again. Following a program, playing around.
I've just been playing, bro.
Boom, 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 boom.
I've just been playing.
You've always been a player.
We're gonna talk about that another thing because I'm gonna go on a tangent.
That's right.
Your 8 is my 3. I enjoyed this conversation.
Yeah, me too, man.
Thanks you enjoyed this conversation.
That was a topic from Eric. So
from my dad.
Pops. Thanks, Pops.
Boom.
Yeah. Thank you guys for listening. If you made it this far, give us a like, subscribe, comment.
Yes, and on that note, if you want to add to the conversation and comment on YouTube, I definitely see the comments, even if I don't respond. Eljay definitely does not see the comments, so if you want to say something specifically to him,
I don't.
He's a dinosaur.
Yeah. Message me directly.
I will
text
try.
me if you have a problem with me. Text
him.
Me.
Yeah. Here's his address.
What did they say? I saw that before. And if you don't have my number, then you don't have any business of like having a problem with me.
Yeah.
Kind of like that.
Yeah. If you do leave us a comment, I will try my best to hit it up, forward it to Eljay or comment. We'll get back at you.
Thank you guys for listening. We love you.